Okay, so the topic is how am I going to deal with people who want me to sit for a long period of time and not interrupt them while they want someone to be their person to that who's going to listen to them. Um, I'm not available. I've decided I'm not available. I was going to charge money for this service because it's certainly possible for me to sit for, let's say, an hour and not talk and listen to someone talking. I was going to charge $600, and then I thought that's not enough. How much is enough? And there's no amount of money. There is no amount of money that makes it worthwhile for me to sit for an hour, not talk, not play with my phone, not read a book, simply listen to someone talk for an hour. I don't know what the going rate is for a lawyer who might sit and listen to you tell a story and charge you $2,000 perhaps for an hour. The business model is simply, I don't want to listen. I don't want to listen. Why don't I want to listen? Well, generally speaking, I pick and choose who I want to listen to, and I sample them. In other words, I take a sample of someone who might look interesting and I give them a try. And usually even the ones that I give a try and I like, doesn't take very long before I'm sick and tired of them talking. How much useful information, upon review of the amount of information that I have read or listened to in video format, how much of it was really useful. Some information in some courses that I took was mandatory for me to do the job. So that, I suppose, was worthwhile, although looking at the job that I did after I took the course, 95% of what I was taught in the coursework was never applicable in the job. But someone set up the curriculum and they set it up that way. So what does it mean? It means that I don't want to listen to someone for any amount of money. I will pick and choose who I want to listen to, and it's usually someone on YouTube. And as I say, usually what happens is I get tired of listening to that commentator. It's usually because they are proposing some theory of whatever, and I'm interested to see if it's going to work. But usually what happens is they start telling me theories of stuff that I've already heard and I've already discounted because I tried them and they don't work. So, for someone to say, I want you to sit there and listen to me go on for an hour about my ideas, it means you haven't listened to my videos. My videos say your ideas are not yours. Your brain is an antenna and it picks up on ideas that come from the source fields. They don't come from you. And if you're claiming ownership of these ideas, then you haven't watched my videos, because I've told you before, the source fields are freely available to all human beings. And that's why, for example, calculus was discovered by Leibniz over in Germany at the exact same time as Sir Isaac Newton in England. Look it up. The idea was available, it came available to conscious minds that were attuned to mathematics at that particular period of time. Two different men in two different countries, they say they discovered it. No, their brain became attuned to that field in the source field, and they both got the information at the same time. They use different notation of how to do the calculus, Leibniz and Newton, but it was still calculus. Why did they use different notation? Um, it's not known to me. Anyway, the point of the matter is, for $600, do I want to listen to anyone for an hour? What if they were a comic? They were going to make me laugh. Well, no, I wouldn't book myself for an hour. I mean, I've gone to comedy shows that went for 2 hours, and I laughed. But if I was there for, 15 minutes, and it was a free show, and after 15 minutes I hadn't laughed, I might pick up myself and, go for a walk. In other words, if I'm not getting anything out of it, I don't want to sit there. If I had paid to see the show, would I have stayed for the whole 2 hours? Probably. See how strange it is? If we pay for something, we're more likely to stick it out. Why do I say that? Well, because I've paid for movies where I didn't enjoy the movie, and by the time I felt like I had to go pee, I could have left. But, I paid $10 for the movie. I guess I'll stick around. Maybe I should change that somehow. So anyway, for $600, no, I'm not going to sit and listen to you talk. For $2,000, it's not enough money. Unless it's going to be $2,000 an hour for 30 sessions. Okay, well, maybe, because I do need money. It's just, for a one-shot deal for $600, it's not enough money. Because it's very painful. It is, I can sit there. I have got the meditative capacity to sit there and listen to anyone for an hour. I can do it. But no one says it's pleasant for me. It's not. It's highly unpleasant, unless it's someone who is talking and I'm kind of interested to see if they're going to talk out their ass. In other words, whether they're just bullshitting and, they've heard this and they're repeating it to me, or whether they've got something fresh and new, and then if it's going to be usable. Because most people talk and they say they got this wonderful information, and after you've listened to it, you have to evaluate it. Well, can I actually use this in my life? And most of the time, most of the stuff that's published as being either science or inventions or whatever, it's not useful to me. And my time, I can find other things to do with it, and things that are more pleasant to me. The most pleasant thing to me is people not talking. That is way better for me than people talking. I don't want to listen to people talk. It's highly aggravating because they engage their monkey minds. I've got a monkey mind of my own. I don't want to listen to your monkey mind. I really don't. If you enjoy what I say, well, it's freely available. If you don't like it, then don't listen to it. No one's got a gun to your head and said you got to listen to me talk. But I really don't enjoy listening to random people talk. Doesn't matter if they've invented a new rocket ship that's going to take you to the moon in half the time. I don't care. I really don't care. It's very hard work to sit and meditate while someone is, getting right in your face with, this is my hot idea, my next business plan, how I'm going to make $1 million. No, I'm not interested in your get-rich-quick thing because you saw somebody else do it. I'm sorry, if you saw somebody else, a YouTuber's making money, they can live off YouTube. No. People who are making money off of YouTube are picked. They are picked. They are not some random person who starts doing daily videos. How are they picked? I don't know. How do I know they're picked? Because they are. Because the numbers don't lie. If one person can get a huge number of followers and somebody doing the exact same thing doesn't get any, it means that one person has been picked. Is it the YouTube algorithm or somebody at YouTube? Is it the Illuminati? I don't know. It really doesn't matter. I just know that's the case. So if you are following somebody with a huge number of followers, it's because that person was picked to have, and they play with the numbers. They'll give $14 million on a hit video. It's fake. How do I know? Because on Instagram, there are people that are selling. They'll say if you can buy 5,000 subscribers to your Instagram account. How is it that they can do that? They got some deal with Instagram to play with your numbers, and then you go look at what they give you, these subscribers, and they're bots. In other words, they're fake profiles. So they got a deal with Instagram that lets them stick a bunch of bot accounts, fake accounts onto your Instagram to make it look like you got more viewers. They're all available because this world is all about money. If you've got money to spend, people will be able to do anything for you. So in the end, it just simply means, why do I do these talks? Because humans don't want to listen to me neither. Because when I go back and look at these, sometimes I find them interesting. Sometimes sometimes when I'm about to post one of these, it's like, let's post it because it's free, but I just listened to it, and did I get what I wanted out of it? And sometimes it's no. Sometimes it's interesting. I never know until after I've talked whether I like it or not. And where does the information come? It comes from no one knows. I mean, I say it comes from source fields because that's what David Wilcock says. He calls source fields. It's where is memories of information stored? Fields is what people say. I don't know. He says that. I'm just going by that. I don't know. In biology, they thought that maybe it was stored in the physical cells somewhere of your body. There's always some experiment that proves these kind of things wrong. Somebody said, well, you have to have a whole human brain in order to be a normal person. And then lo and behold, just sometime after that, I saw a brain scan of someone who had water on the brain, and where the brain was supposed to grow, there was just water. So the person only had a micro brain, and it was just, a few millimeters thick around the outside of the skull, or the inside of the skull. And the rest of it was nothing. It was just water. And this person was a perfectly normal acting human with, a 2% of the regular brain of a regular human, and they were fine. So how much of this brain do you actually need? How much of it is just holographic? In other words, it's just filler. And we've been brainwashed to believe that different parts of your brain do different stuff. It's most likely true. And what about people with brain damage? Well, it's because they've got a lot of stuff hidden. Who's they? Well, I don't even know who they are. I just know that they exist. They're the ones who perhaps created us to be their pets. You like being someone's pet? Meet my friend Pindar, the Draco reptilian. Pindar says all the humans are Draco reptilians' pets. I'm Harry Weaver.